defense rests in Skylar Richardson's murder trial without her taking the stand. But before that, jurors heard about Richardson's sexual abuse, a personality disorder, and her need to please.
A psychologist says those things may explain why Skylar Richardson hid her pregnancy and buried her baby. Anjanette Levy is live at the Warren County Courthouse with the latest for us. Anjanette.
Well, Cammie, this psychologist's testimony took up much of the morning as he explained to the jury why he believed Skylar Richardson acted the way she did and confessed. But then on cross-examination, we heard about a phenomenon in which new mothers kill their newborn babies within 24 hours of giving birth. Dr. Stuart Bassman met with Skylar Richardson for 10 hours and administered tests. He found she has dependent personality disorder, so she craves acceptance from others and complies with authority figures.
She lives in a state of denial, where if you would see her on the outside, you would see a smiling girl, but on the inside, she's emotionally crumbling.
Bassman revealed Richardson was sexually abused by a boy when she was in the 8th grade.
The fact that she had been sexually abused was part of your considerations in your evaluation.
Correct.
And it helps explain that personality disorder, does it not?
Yes, it does.
And Dr. Bassman said detectives manipulated her during her police interviews.
I read in the transcript about her being forced fed, about her setting fire to a baby.
But on cross-examination, Assistant Prosecutor Julie Kraft went through a checklist of characteristics of young women in their late teens who become pregnant and have no criminal history, no relationship with the father of the baby. They can't tell their mom about the pregnancy, and they give birth at home alone without anyone knowing and then kill the baby within 24 hours.
Doctor, are you aware that in your field, the killing of a neonate on the day of its birth is defined as neonaticide?
Kraft says Skylar Richardson engaged in neonaticide.
This identification of neonaticide has been around for 50 years. It's been published in many journals. Are you aware of that?
No, but it's interesting you're quoting something that's so dated.
She never bought an article of clothing for this child? Are you aware of that?
Am I aware of that? No.
Are you aware she never bought a single diaper?
I'm not aware of that.
Jurors also saw a virtual walkthrough of the Richardsons' home and heard from a defense pathologist.
Because of the lack of identifiable violent injury and the lack of evidence of live birth, it is incorrect to state that this child died of homicidal violence of undetermined etiology.
Now, when asked by prosecutors, Dr. LeBanon said that any evidence of possible drowning or suffocation would not be found in the bones that were left behind, and he also said there was so much decomposition that obviously they couldn't perform a complete autopsy to determine the cause of death. Closing arguments will be heard by the jury in the morning. Cammie?
All right, Anjanette, thank you. And we'll be streaming those closing arguments live on local12.com. You can also watch any testimony you missed on our Facebook page.